Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60 and Me. Thanks so much for being here today. I hope that you're doing great. Hope you're feeling strong and positive and able to sort of give some time to yourself today. I just hope that you're finding this time of your life an opportunity to do some of those things that you've always wanted to do. I know it's hard, and I really appreciate your transparency and the comments that you leave on our website, on our Facebook page, and also on YouTube. We've got a really vibrant community there now. I'd invite you to check it out. We have over 1,400 videos, and there's basically something for everybody on every topic. And I love doing these videos. They really connect me to you. And so I thank you so much for your support. It's really important. Now, this morning, I'm drinking my cup of tea. I've got a beautiful orange mug here. I'm drinking a tea I think I mentioned to you before. It's called Super Tea, and I picked it up when I was traveling, and it's from Sweden, and it's got turmeric and this goju kola, which I have no idea what, or joju kola, which is a new it's herbal infusion that they've added to it from the Asian world that's been using it apparently for years. But anyway, it's a cool tea. It tastes really good. I taste turmeric, and I love turmeric, so that's my favorite. Anyway, I hope that you're doing great and got a cup of tea or coffee. I'm going to sip myself here. It's good. Got a bit of sore throat this morning, so I hope I'm going to get through without coughing. But anyway, I do hope you're well. Now, our show today is sponsored by International Living. International Living is a great company. They actually have correspondents all over the world checking out places that you might want to retire abroad. So check out their website. They've got a special, it's a global retirement index right now, which has got 25 different locations analyzed, reviewed by these people living in the country. And if you go up to internationalliving.com, and then /60 and me, they want to share this report with you. So just click on the link and they'll send you the link to this global retirement index, free of charge, no obligation. So I hope you'll take us up on that offer. But thank you to International Living. Now, today's topic is one that I always love doing because it's something that we think about when we get older as we start to recognize the changes going on in our faces and our bodies. And it's really a reassessment of what is beautiful. What is beautiful in your 60s? Beautiful skin for me is healthy skin. So I actually do put a lot of emphasis on eating good food, drinking lots of water, all those things that you do to keep your skin hydrated. And I use products that are gentle on my skin. To be honest with you, and I've said this many times, I don't do a lot of fussy things. I use Pond's cream on my face, and I've been doing that for like 50 years. I figured it's worked so far. I try other things. I always do. And that's in fact the topic for today. There's a whole new world of innovation in skincare taking place, not just skincare, but makeup and beauty as well. And the place that Lisa Dunkel, who's one of our bloggers, goes to check this out is with millennials. Now, millennials, women in their 30s, are not going to spend a ton of money on makeup. They've got a different attitude to it. And if you go to the drugstores and you look for the brands that target this demographic, you will find some very interesting products. And that's what I wanted to chat with you about today. Lisa's article is very informative. If you check it out, there's all kinds of links and examples of what I'm going to talk about. But it's better to check everything out yourself. The internet, of course, is a wealth of information. But the thing here is that product lines for young women tend to be more innovative, and they may not have all the power of the fancy ingredients, but I have found in my experimenting there's just a lot of good product out there, and it contains similar or very, very similar product ingredients. So we can have the most beautiful, healthy skin, and Lisa gives some ideas. Now, did you know, for example, that a lot of the product lines that you are familiar with are owned by one company? So, for example, L'Oreal, which is a huge beauty company, they own other sub-brands that you might not even know about. Like, for example, they own Lancome, YSL, Yves Saint Laurent, they own Shamara, Body Shop, they own Maybelline, and they own Giorgio Armani. All of those companies report into, or they are owned by, L'Oreal. LVMH, which is a very big beauty line, owns Dior, Benefit, and Shiseido, owns Bare Minerals. So when you look at these products that we're familiar with and follow their chain of ownership, you'll see that they're owned by big companies that sell less expensive lines. So you have to just decide, is this lip gloss the same if I buy it for $5 or $50? And I think you'll find that if it's owned by the same company, that's kind of if the brand is owned by the same company, that's an interesting thing to examine. Now, the cheap brands are often better. I mean, for example, I use a primer by Catrice, and Catrice is a line for young women. It's it's more than a third less price than most of the other primer brands, and I find it is perfect. I've talked about this before, and I've actually done videos to show you the different makeup techniques I use, and I use that Catrice primer. I love it. It's really inexpensive, and it works for me. Everyone's different, of course. So check the mass brands, the mass market brands, NYX, New York X. No, NYX is New York X, but there's a lot of brands that have sort of popped up, and they've got some pretty good products to offer. One thing that Lisa suggests, and I love this suggestion, I do it myself a lot, and that is to check the duplicate, a dupe. DUPE, a dupe. Now, millennial bloggers who do fashion and beauty are always talking about dupes for expensive lines, and they search and research and they do the tests and see which ones are the closest. So, for example, if you want to spend, $40 on a MAC lipstick, they can find some cheaper options for a third of that price or less. And if you just type in Google your favorite brand, let's take one, NARS Orgasm Blusher, which is my favorite, and I do pay the money for it, is they've got lots of dupes that are similar. Now, for the NARS blush, the Orgasm blush, I don't think there's anything similar, personally. It's got a peachy color. It's got a golden glow. I'm actually not wearing it today, but I do love it. And that for me, I prefer to spend the money for that. But they have got lists of different options that are less expensive and really, honestly, just as good if you're not that particular. So I think that's it. That's the important thing. There's another lip line. I use it sometimes called Huda. Huda. It's a really good matte lipstick, and I use it as a base. Today I did use it as a base, and I've used something else on top. And they are very expensive, but you can get other matte lipsticks. I think the one she talks about is a Maybelline product, which is $12 as opposed to $40. I actually did something fun just before we started. I actually had 3 different lip glosses, and I wanted to do a little test with you and see what you think, because this is kind of fun. I put them on my hand so you can see these 3 lip glosses, and one of them cost $30, one cost $3, and one cost $1. What do you think? Okay, I'll tell you. I've got them in order here to help you. That's the 30. That's the 3. That is the 1. And I'll show you what they are. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24 Hours, the first one. This one here. I do like this. It stays on quite a while. It's long lasting. I'll give it that. This one is the $3, which is a Gosh brand. It's a Swedish or Copenhagen, Denmark brand. The reason I like this one is it's got a little mirror on the side. It's really cool. And it's a very nice lip gloss. It's that middle one. It's a little softer, but same quality of texture. And this one here is a Catrice. And I like this because of its little top, which is like a spongy one. And that was $1. I think it might have been on sale. $3 at the most when it's not on sale. But those were the 3 lip glosses. And to be honest with you, I actually quite like this one, the $1 one. I use it a lot. I just pop it on. It's got a nice little glow. I'll just do a little test here. And, you can, it's up to you. You can really, it depends on your personal taste, but the dupe mentality is very, very helpful. So type your product name, that if you don't want to spend so much on it, and put dupe, and then you'll see what's next. So the skincare industry in general is going crazy with makeup, with skincare. And there's one other thing that Lisa talks about in her article that I just want to mention briefly, and that is masks, and it was just skincare products in general from Korea. It's this K-pop movement there. It's a very interesting phenomenon. They do a lot of products with very unusual ingredients, things like snails and other creatures from nature, and they use that for serums and other things. And they also use their products in skin masks, not the kind that you put on and then peel off or wash off. These are ones that are a sheet. I can't quite describe that other than to call it a sheet is what it is. I've got some examples here. They come in packages like this, and they're made out of things like that one I think is aloe. This one is pomegranate. And then there's another one here, which is, I think, collagen. But these are literally pieces of cloth that thin cloth. You take them out of the package and you put them on your face, press them down, let them stay for 15 minutes and wash off or peel off and then rinse. And these are not that expensive. This brand is Innisfree, Innisfree. Innisfree. You can get them on all kinds of online shops if you want to try them out. But these skin masks, skincare masks or sheets are really, really popular. And in this article by Lisa, she goes into lots and lots of detail about the whole K-pop, the Korean beauty movement. And so you can learn a lot from that by reading the article. Anyway, I'm looking at the time and I've realized I've gone over, but I really just wanted to share this kind of skincare chat with you. And I hope that you found it interesting, fun. And take a look at the article. You'll learn a lot more too. But anyway, please come back and visit tomorrow. Have a really good day today. I hope that you have a wonderful time, whatever you've got planned. Know that I think a lot of you, and I send you my best always. Have a fabulous day, and we'll talk again soon. Bye-bye for now.